Yo, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing another football shirt type content, and this time we're actually doing basically ranking Premier League 2023-24 shirts. Gonna be putting them from worst to best, and it's just my opinion, so if you disagree, just let me know. And before I start ranking and completely annihilating some teams, I want to ask you guys to please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and if you want to see me do this with the away shirts. And right now, after all that, let's just get straight into 20th place, last place, and the worst kit of the 2023 season goes to Crystal Palace. And I'll be honest, I kind of like the background of this shirt. I just really hate half on half shirts, and I just think they look horrible, so that's why they're 20th. It could have been worse though. There aren't particularly horrible shirts. On to Bournemouth next, and 19th place is where I'm gonna be putting them. I mean, it just is an horrendous kit, and it's ugly. It just is really ugly. I don't really have anything else to say. They tried to do the AC Milan, the black and red stripes, but you can't make the black stripes thicker than the red stripes. It looks horrendous. They're only 19th because I hate half shirts, because I'm an Ajax fan. And Feyenoord, of course, are big rivals, have a half shirts, and that's basically why I hate them. But this is definitely the worst looking shirt. And in 18th place, I've actually put Luton Town. I'm really sad about this because I really liked that last year's home shirt from them. And you think that if they get to the Premier League, you'll get a big upgrade in shirt design, but it is just a big downgrade from last season's kit, and it's probably more disappointment. That's the reason why I put them here. It's probably just a disappointment of them, like me thinking, okay, they can only go up, but they didn't. So yeah, 18th place. And now on to 17th place, West Ham United. I really liked their last year's home shirt, but I just think that this one, it's a bit too basic, and I don't like the circles on the shirt. I really don't like it. If it wouldn't have the circles, it would have been a bit higher. It still would have been low, but I just don't like it. And I feel like I'm kind of disrespecting West Ham here with putting Aston Villa above them. But I really like the pattern they used, and this kit would have looked amazing if it didn't have the sponsor. If it had a different sponsor, this kit would have been great. But the yellow on the sponsor just completely ruins the shirt for me. And that's the reason why 17th. I mean, the sponsor itself is just ugly, and without it, the shirt would have been completely fine. 15th place, and Newcastle United will be here. You'd think that if you get to the Champions League, you actually do a decent kit. But the sleeve sponsor being completely yellow ruins it for me. It's a bit too basic. I liked their last year's home shirt. The sponsor is ugly. I don't really have anything nice to say about this shirt, really. On to 14th place, and we're actually moving to a bit of a decent shirt. I really like the fact that they have the wasp on the back, the hornet on the back. It's an alright shirt. I like the gradient. I am probably the only one who does like the gradient on the shirt. But it still isn't great or anything. It's just decent. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but Burnley are way higher than West Ham and Aston Villa. So while they basically have the same shirt, I like this one more because of the color, and I think the sponsor works a bit better on this shirt. I mean, once again, I liked last season's home shirt from Burnley a lot more, but it still is pretty decent, this shirt. And now on the 12th place, Brighton and Hove Albion. It's a decent shirt. It's definitely a Brighton shirt. When you look at this, you think, okay, that's definitely Brighton. I just think it's a bit of a downgrade from last season's kit, and I think they could have definitely done better. It's a bit too basic for me, and I like basic sometimes, but this time I expected more. And now onto the position that they will actually finish next year. Tottenham Hotspur are 11th in this list, and it's just another white kit. I like the pattern though. The pattern across the shirt is pretty nice, but it's not enough to it's nothing different. They never do anything different, and when they do, it's most of the times it's just shit. And I've said on this channel before that they have a lot of great away shirts, but their home shirts are just never great. They're mostly just alright or decent at best. And now 10th place in the list. It's the first in the top 10 in the better half of the teams. It's Man City, and when this came out, I actually really liked the shirt, but I kind of started disliking it more and more as time went on after I've seen a lot of great releases this year. And yeah, it basically, when I first saw it, it would have been top 3, but yeah, it fell off, in my opinion. And now 9th place, and some people will find me really weird that I put Forest there, because it's basically the same thing as Tottenham, but I just quite like this one more. They have the same shirt every season, but just a different sponsor sometimes. But I do like how clean this design is. It's better, definitely better than Spurs and City. So 9th place for me. And from one basic red and white shirt to another basic red and white shirt, I just think this Liverpool shirt is great. Like, for Liverpool fans, they've had better shirts in the last couple of seasons, but it's still, like, it's Liverpool, it's red. The white actually works really well in my opinion. It's not the greatest kit of this season, but it definitely isn't near the worst. On to 7th place in the list, and people are not gonna actually like this, but Chelsea are 7th for me. When the kit was leaked, I actually thought, you know what, this definitely just looks like a championship shirt. But it kind of grew on me. It did the exact opposite as to what City's shirt did for me. And I just think that this one, I don't really like the reflective club badge and the Nike. But it's still, like, the shirt itself is pretty good. I think it gets overhated in my opinion. 6th place now, and I'm putting Fulham here. I'll be honest, I hated this shirt. The same as Chelsea, I really didn't like this shirt when it came out. But once again, it grew on me, and I'm actually thinking about buying it, which I don't usually do with clubs I don't really have anything with, because I don't have any kind of relation to Fulham. I don't hate them, I don't love them, but I just think this shirt is pretty neat. Top 5 now, and yes, I put Wolves here, and yes, it's once again just a shirt that they usually have. It's basically the same thing as always, but this time they have a really nice black and white collar and sleeve cuffs, and I love it when teams have that. I really love it when they just have 2 different colors than the shirt basically. And I'll be honest, I really don't like Wolves shirts most of the time, but I actually think that this is one of their best ever, because they don't have any good kits in history. So I think this is a great one for them. And if you're a Wolves fan, I would definitely buy this one. On to 4th now, and Arsenal. Let's be honest, their away shirt is probably the worst ever kit, like the worst ever kit in all time. Like, I'm not even being funny, it actually is. But their home shirt is really decent. Yeah, Arsenal fans won't be happy with 4th place, I think, because I've seen a lot of them say that it's the best kit of the year. It just isn't. It's great, don't get me wrong. And I do want to go to an Arsenal match this season, and I probably will. And I will buy the shirt. But I do think that the other 3 are better than that Arsenal kit. And before we go on to these top 3, I want to ask you all to subscribe. And please like the video if you enjoy this content. And now we can actually go into the top 3. And I'm kind of pushing 10 minutes here, so I'm happy about it. 3rd place is Man United, in my opinion. I think their shirt is just a little bit better than that Arsenal shirt. I really had a hard time placing these 2 though, because they're both 3rd and 4th anyway in my list. I just didn't know which one would be 3rd and which one would be 4th. And today I chose Man United. Any other day I could have chosen Arsenal. So It's a beautiful kit. I like the rose pattern. And I like the black with the white. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. It's a nice kit. And I never expected to say this, but Everton is second in this list. The shirt is just beautiful. I love the color. I like the sleeve cuffs. I like the sponsor. The Stake logo actually works. Usually when they sponsor a team, I don't really think that they work as a sponsor. But this time I actually quite like the way it looks on the shirt. Hummel, definitely like underrated. They're so underrated as a shirt company. Manufacturer, I should say. I love this shirt. I genuinely, this is one of the top shirts from this entire season. But there's one reason why it isn't first place, and that is one of the best shirts I've seen this season. And number one in this list is Sheffield United FC. I genuinely love this shirt. I made a video like a couple of weeks ago where I basically put the best ever home shirts of the Premier League in a list. And this shirt is basically a remake from the shirt I picked from Sheffield. And I said it in the video, I would buy this shirt if I see it online. And I'll be honest, if it wasn't for my PayPal not working, I would have already had this kit in my home by now, because I genuinely think it's a beautiful shirt and you can't get any better with the black around the red lines and white. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I don't have anything with Sheffield. Nobody has, but that shirt is so good. It's genuinely so good and I love it. I'm actually in love with a football shirt and I can't believe I'm saying it. I will buy it. I will buy it once this season. I don't know what to say. It just is my favorite shirt of the Premier League. And that's where we're going to end the video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know what I did wrong. If you're going to cry about it, please cry about it, because I do love to get into an argument with anyone. And I'll see you around. Bye!